So when it comes to this game, there's an ancient proverb that really speaks to what I think about it, and it goes something like this. Some wise old sage from a long time ago said this. I don't mind it. I don't mind it. I you know what? It is what it is, brother. It is what it is. We still surviving. I'm not mad. What's good, everybody? It's full-time trip. We're back in the building. Manchester City 0, Arsenal 0. Oh man, one of the most nerve-wracking you know what I'm saying, games in general, just because again the expectations, one of the biggest games, if not the biggest game of the season in anticipation, but how it rolled out, you know, to the neutral, to the naked eye, it's a fucking dead game. It was a dead game, guys. Let's just be honest. You know what I'm saying? It was both a tactically brilliant and very, very boring game in and of itself. Like it was a lot. It was again, without the goal that Martinelli scored and in the reverse fixture, it was exactly that game. Everything canceled each other out. The game got stretched, it got scrappy, but nobody could get the best of each other, you know, in the end. That was the only difference between that and the game at the Emirates. Again, I'm overall pretty positive about that game. I have some, again, gripes I'll get into really quickly. Also, like, comment, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Yes, it's been a minute since we back, but we back from the break. But let's get into it, man. I want to talk about the negative first. I'll talk about negative, what I thought was a bit lacking. I would say, again, it's the attack. We all watched the game. You all saw the game. I felt like there was not enough sharpness and decisiveness in the attack to make certain things happen. Again, a few people kind of strike to mind. Gabriel Jesus, maybe a little bit of over dribbling on Easter Sunday of all times. You want to over dribble and you know what I'm saying, not deliver. Tough, but it is what it is. But honestly, I really think that today just kind of highlighted what we're still missing in certain moments, and it's tough. What I want to say is today we set up very, very, again, defensively sound. We know we're coming to suffer in one way or another. Again, we weren't parking the bus most of the time. We were trying to press up, but the way City played, we just had to make do, get in numbers, tuck in, sit in the bunker until we find a way to break out. I know we wanted to press in the mid block and cut off central access, and we did that a lot of the time, and that was a very, very good showing defensively to stifle City. But attacking is where I'm still finding difficulties in, and it's the fact that we don't have additional firepower in terms of pace on the wings, on breakaways to get out. I don't know. We're still missing that. We're still missing that bit of quality in that specific area, because I could think of several instances today that could have stretched the game across the pitch that we just couldn't achieve with a Trossard, with a Jesus, and possibly get something out of it. I just think we didn't have that as fluently, you know, across the season, but especially today in these games. You know, when the fine margins are there, you can see the differences. You can see what we lack. And again, in an attacking sense, when the game is stretched and there's chances to, again, break forward, hit over their line, some passes were either overhit or there was a player not fast enough to get to them. And I feel like that's a big hallmark of where we need to upgrade next. I'm not mad, and this goes into a whole nother video. I'm not mad if we spend more money on a winger than a striker this summer. Honestly, some defensive cover and a center mid that can really take us to the next level as well. I'm not mad at that. Again, also Alexander Isak, but that's a whole nother thing. It's a whole nother video. Like for that video. But I just think that so many fine-tuned moments could have used a bit more pace in behind, and we just didn't have that. And again, outside of that, just general indecisiveness, man. Again, Gabriel over dribbling, a couple of minutes were just overhit crosses. I think White was particularly one of our best, if not our best player in the attacking third. His crosses, most of them were very on point, provided some opportunities for us, but they just weren't falling. So it's tough. You have to have been very, very, very disciplined and just show a little bit more. Yeah, it's just, the word is decisiveness. That's the word that's really clouding in my head right now. It was just a lack of decisiveness that we did. It was just missing in our game today. Again, on the counters, I felt like, you know, either it was a bit too passive to look for every option that was folding on, or they just didn't have the picture in their head when they received the ball on the wings. Like, again, there was moments, again, Gabriel was kind of looking out. He was on the wing, just didn't really know what to do with it. Kivior, again, on the outside, didn't really know what to do, just pass backwards a little bit. There weren't those, again, just the tempo was slow on our part due to indecisiveness when we break out of those counters, because again, this is a little bit chaotic trying to find that pathway through, but you know, it is what it is. I hope that can improve in the following games, but again, it's Man City. It's the best fucking team in the world on paper, so I fully expect there's going to be some times that we're stifled and we have to suffer a little bit, but again, I want more quality in that, you know, in that final third. That's really it. Honestly, we can get to the positives, which I had a lot of. Really, when we look at this game, every other time we've faced City at home at the Etihad over the past 10 years, we've lost else, but we came in, and again, we've done what we've done to almost every team we faced this season. Mitigated what they do best, mitigated their attack, you know, limited the chances that they have in various ways. Even though City had a bulk of the possession, they did nothing with it. That was probably the most ineffective City have been in a while, and that's, again, a lot of that is down to and credited to how we approached the game, how, again, staunch we were, how patient we were in defense, and how much we, again, just felt prepared to step out, press when needed, again, file in, be double up on the wings in case we, you know, anything came in. From a defensive point of view, that was a very good performance, almost terrorist-like, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, not like the Simeones of the world, but in that ballpark, if you will. But I liked how we set up there and we stifled them. Again, the usage of the subs, I wish Saka wasn't either carrying an injury or something like that. I don't know what was up with Saka today. I don't think he was fully on, and I don't want to use that as an excuse, but again, Martinelli just went to the right wing. Usually Saka finishes the 90, so I don't know about that. It was still a good use of squad and good rotating. You know, Jorginho wasn't as effective in possession in the few times that we did have it. Didn't have too many touches, didn't have too many passes either. But you know, he in the defensive shape, everybody did their job. Everybody did what they were supposed to do from a defensive shape. It was just we weren't refined enough, or we didn't have enough of a moment to breathe, view the picture, and then attack from there to you know, solidify some of those moments that we had. Again, I think about the Saka cross that was it went across the face of goal. I think Gabriel Jesus was just behind it or just missed him. Akanji like put him off. He tried to swipe at it. There was a Trossard chance. That was the biggest one for me, in my opinion, because just of how he was positioned. I felt that if either Martinelli was in his spot, we would have got closer to the goal faster and the shot would have went off, or if he looked up a little bit more, maybe, you know, just kind of looked across and scanned across, he would have seen Martinelli making that run, probably would have put it across the face of goal to at least trouble Ortega. So those are probably the two biggest ones in my head. There might be a couple of headers and things that went past, but outside of that, I'm not gonna sit up here and mope and moan about shit. No, really too much. We showed that this is improvement. We've come here and gotten battered before. We've come in here and gotten absolutely destroyed before. But this is a different story. Unfortunately, the onus and the driver's seat is out of our possession in this point. It's now on Liverpool. But we just got to keep doing our business, man. We're still firmly within this title race, man. I don't want anybody having any adverse thought or any doom and gloom about, oh man, we dropped points to City and this, that, and the third. This is still good form. I personally predicted we were going to get 4 points off of City and 4 points off of Liverpool this season, and we've done just that. Home and away, we've done just that. So there's plenty of evidence to believe in what we're doing and see it through the end of the season. We just need, again, a little bit of luck on our side with some of the results that are coming up for Liverpool, and we'll be in this title race for sure. Like, I'm happy with it. But to highlight some players, I'll give a shout out today to Ben White getting stuck in there. I think, again, in the final third, he had some really good deliveries. I think his deliveries have improved a lot, and he was providing some really dangerous balls. I think that was really good. Both of the defenders, Gabriel, the central defenders, Gabriel, Saliba, I think both of them were very good. I think Saliba was nervous at first. I feel like some of the again, the lofted passes and stuff went out, and you're just trying to find a feeling and a tempo for it. But how he marshaled Haaland, how both of them marshaled Haaland, but Saliba in particular, how he recovered in a lot of like scary, skittish moments in the second half of the game. I thought he did very well. Gabriel, again, in the dogfight with Haaland, man, didn't give that man a sniff, didn't give that man a chance today. And again, there might have been some moments that could have fell for Haaland but didn't. But for the most part, Gabriel and Saliba handled Haaland like they usually do, which was, again, a fantastic sight to see. But my man of the match, I do want to mention him. I gotta talk about Declan, worth his weight in gold. Rice, this man, oh my gosh, again, again, in offensive, running the channels, you know what I'm saying? Not even running the channels, again, just being so as progressive as he possibly can in this crazy ass City setup. Security on the ball, especially late game, was trying to break out of our own half, and I think he did very well to hold up the ball. And just defensively, bro, we have to highlight again just how good this guy is in subtle defensive play, in transition moments especially, man. Oh my gosh, there was at least 3 occasions where Kevin De Bruyne was Danny Phantom FC. He was away. He was out and away. But this man pulled the dark side with the Superman cape and said, "Where you going, boy? Where you going, my boy?" And just pulled them right back in, got the challenge off and going. There was like 3 occasions Declan Rice did it, bro. Single-handedly snuffing out potential attacks, potential danger moments by himself. Again, picking the right time, picking right passes. It's a crazy sight to see, but he's phenomenal. He's phenomenal. He was my man of the match today, especially when moments were tight and again City were all over us. He was immense. And when the game got stretched, he was still immense. A big safety net for us in what we do. And I'm very glad he's here. He's a big differential point for us being in this match and coming out with any points at the Etihad. So respect to him. That's what I got. But yeah, just shoot, it's a draw, we move. It's a draw, we move. If you can't win this game, don't lose this game. And we didn't lose the game, and we showed that we're mature enough to come to this team, to come to the best team in the world, a place that we've historically done terrible in over the past decade. And we've shown that we've grown, and we're not afraid of the fight. We're not afraid of it. We're not faking the funk no more. You know what I'm saying? This is real. We're here for the rest of this ride, and we just take it week by week. We keep moving forward. We got to pick up points, maximum points against Luton on Wednesday, and then we keep pushing forward. Champions League, the rest of these league games, tough fixtures, a lot of fixtures. We just got to keep rotating the squad like we saw a bit of today, and keep believing. That's really it. Believe. I believe before today, I believe today, and I believe through the rest of the season. We got to keep it pushing. But let me know what you thought of the game in the comment section below. Your favorite players, moments, any scary things that you might need to note. Let me know in the comment section below, and we'll keep it pushing. But we'll catch you all Wednesday for the Luton game. Man, that's all the time we got. That man Trip, or full-time Trip. That's my other channel, by the way. Oh man, full-time Trip. We out of here, man. COYG. Peace.